All right, of course, moving away from Zimbabwe, let's go to Somalia, where its parliament on Saturday unanimously endorsed Hamza Abdi Barre as the new prime minister, paving the way for the creation of a new government. All 220 lawmakers present gave their blessings to Barre's appointment, and he was then sworn in to office. Barre, who's 48 years, told Parliament he would form a quality government that would focus on creating inclusive political stability in line with the president's motto of a reconciled Somalia that is at peace with the world. Somalia's new administration faces a raft of challenges, including a looming food crisis and a grinding insurgency by al-Shabaab jihadists. Our correspondent, Abdinoor Aden, joins us now for more. Good morning, Abdinoor. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for having me once again.
Good to see you. Quickly share with us, what the reaction has been since the new prime minister took over office.
Well, indeed, he's had a second birthday. Actually, it was his third birthday. The first day was on his appointment day. The second birthday came when he was unanimously approved by the Somali parliament. And the final one is this morning he officially goes into office following his the handover ceremony that took place in Mogadishu. Therefore, it will be an unforgettable month of June for His Excellency Hamza Abdi Barre.
All right, let's talk about the antecedents of the new Prime Minister for which he has been appointed. Talk to us about that.
Well, indeed, his appointment has really changed the Somali political landscape, becoming one of the very first, they call him locally produced, locally made Prime Minister, looking at the history of the previous Prime Minister having dual citizenships or people who've come back from the diaspora. His Excellency Hamza Abdi Barre worked closely for several decades with His Excellency President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud. The two passed through many challenges together. They were both university lecturers, educationists, and his appointment, despite being a federal lawmaker from the Jubaland federal member state, indeed, it has been an unforeseen new chapter for Somalia.
All right, of course, former president and former prime minister Robo had a very, frosty relationship. What would you say the world should expect from Barre and the new president?
Well, they say the appointment of Hamza Abdi Barre as the prime minister is indeed a control measure, more of a precautive measure, considering the challenges that went through in the history of Somalia between the president and the prime minister on different occasions. Former President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo and Mohamed Hussein Robles' indifferences weren't new to the Republic because of previous challenges. We've seen administrations change prime ministers as many as 3-4 times, but now the appointment of Hamza Abdi Barre by the president, someone with a background, they've worked together in the UPD party, which the president founded. They've worked together in the education sector in Somalia. They've worked together in humanitarian field and social related development and humanitarian issues. Therefore, this is one of President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud was really told by both the people and the political experts that the country needs to have a prime minister and a president who are in harmony and can work together. And this is an indication that indeed it is meeting the expectations.
All right, I also want to speak about, the insecurity challenges, Somalia is also dealing with. Do you think that, he has a great understanding of what needs to be done and, there would be answers and, a more peaceful Somalia?
Well, indeed, when he was taking over office from former Prime Minister Mohamed Hussein Roble, Hamza Abdi Barre mentioned 3 things that are going to be his priority. The first one, he said, putting in place measures to enable the government and the Republic tackle floodings and emergency humanitarian related issues, addressing the drought. But the one he insisted upon and emphasized on different occasions is strengthening security, countering terrorism, enhancing security in the country, making sure the country is safer from the al-Shabaab terrorist organization. And he has said that will be his objective. And he comes with a rich background, having served, in the Jubaland administration, a lot of one of the safest federal member states in Somalia. He's also served in ensuring Jubaland itself held peaceful elections, and now getting the opportunity to serve as the Prime Minister, having lived and worked in Somalia his entire life. Indeed, he has the know-how and the experience required to work together with the security stakeholders, the ATMIS, and all partners for a safer Somalia.
Well, time will tell, and of course we'll see how this turns out for him. And of course we wish him, good run, and of course Somalia to become more peaceful, as time passes. Thank you very much, Abdinoor Aden, for joining us.